So, okay, Lisa. So we're talking about your squats, okay? Now think about how you would sit normally before even getting into think about squat, okay? So I'm your chair behind. Think about low down, okay? So think about taking your pelvis back and start sitting backwards towards me, okay? That's beautiful, and bring yourself upwards. That's already a very good deep squat. Now think about expanding the side of your rib cage, widen the collarbone, and keep your ankle bone very rooted, and lift away from my fingers as you are squatting backwards again. So imagine that there is a line here, and there is a line that follows from the hip at the bottom of your collarbone and the under armpit. And again, come slowly down, good girl, and lift yourself upwards. Now, get a little bit more work at the bottom of your hamstring when you're coming back again. Just feel the support of the back of your legs. Keep working from the suction of your back leg into the pelvis, and lift from your hip bones a little bit more. And now drive your arm bone in the back of the body, as if you're lifting from your triceps at the bottom of the under armpit, and expand this area a little bit more. Perfect. And lift your collarbone. Wonderful, and bring yourself up again. Perfect. Beautiful. Now, Lisa, is that okay with you?
Yeah.
Okay, so think about doing that with quite a lot of weight on you, okay? Now you are by yourself a great champion and a weightlifter, and you're doing this pretty much every day for your training. So without getting into your upper trap, protecting your back by keeping your hip bones uplifted, and becoming aware of everything that begins from the foundation, from your feet. So think about having quite a lot of weight on the top of your body, on the way down, as much as you think about that on the way up. So imagine that you're going down with control. Something lifts you up as you're going down, and you're creating that hinge at the hip and at the pelvis. So with control, get longer from the front of the groin, and keep this area at the back of the body a little bit more expanded and wide, okay? And start going down. Beautiful. Get longer in your trunk. Use your trunk to support that weight from the foundation. Hug your legs towards one another. Keep the front of the hip bones uplifted and the under armpit skin uplifted. And now from that, lift a little bit more from where my fingers are touching you, from the front of your abdominal wall, to expand that area and to support that area. And now bring yourself up again. Good. How was that?
Good, really good. That was longer, yeah.
Okay, so you just try to keep that area long. Now, Lisa, as you're also training people, where do you feel are the major element of issues when you're training people on their deep squat? You're training strong people doing, deep squat, and what do you think is the major issue with them?
Not being able to stay upright as they come down, so tilting forward as they're coming down.
Perfect. So this is a sign that a deep squat doesn't just have to happen from the hip, but it may be an issue of short trunk, collapsing sternum, kyphotic back, and this incapacity to stay uplifted as they're going down. So instead of lifting the trunk becomes a very heavy weight that does carry the pelvis bone and doesn't keep the hip bones uplifted. Or another example of difficulties in getting into a squat?
Getting impingement here and having the collapse of the front of the pelvis.
Okay, amazing. Thank you so much, Lisa. So that example is of someone that in this case will have resisting underworking hamstrings. So instead of the thigh bone being properly tracked inside the pelvis ball and really recruited backwards, it feels like their difficulties of hinging at the hip is because there is not enough isometric contraction, isometric work against resistance from the hamstrings when they're going down. Okay? And anything else? Do you have people when they do squat, are they hurting?
A lot of ankle collapsing inwards, as well as knees collapsing inwards.
Okay, so when it comes to ankles and knees collapsing inwards, we need to bring quite a lot of educational tools around the way our feet are stabilizing while we try to open the knee outwards, and that requires quite a lot of lift around the inner calf. something that maybe doing a tight run or unfunctional run before some kind of action like this may shorten the hamstrings and may then drive the inner knee inwards, which will upset quite a lot both the sacrum, the lower back, and of course the kneecap. Okay? Good.